Hey everyone, Jezza here, and I'm watching Reacher season 3. We watched season 1 and 2, and we made a couple of videos on it. It was a fun time. Amazon, they did Rings of Power, they're doing some really awful shows, but Reacher seems to be this diamond in the rough. And sure enough, season 3 comes around, and the first 3 episodes are up. So I've just watched the first, and I'll just make a tiny little video about the first one. Yeah, it started off really funny because this will have spoilers, by the way, so I'll just mention that. It just started off really funny because the way that Reacher was acting and the things that were happening, I was like, this is not Reacher. I was really confused. I was like, this is really bizarre, and it's not how his character would act. And then shooting a cop, and like he has the training to not shoot, and all these things. And then it comes to the end of all of that where he takes the phone out of his shoe and he's like, "I'm in." And I was watching this by myself, but I let out an audible, "Oh." It was all a ruse. Okay. And then the rest of the episode explains that ruse that they're going to do. And I was like, okay, that makes way more sense. And I should have seen that as an audience member. I should have seen that coming, but I guess I just didn't. Uh, I knew something was up because Rachel wasn't acting right. But it's good to see Alan Ritchson back as Reacher. And there's like this new chick who's like DEA. There's a couple of new antagonists, which I'm still learning everyone's names. There's the rug guy, the rug seller, and then there's also the Asian dude. Yeah, the bad dude that Reacher is looking for, and Reacher says that he's the worst dude that he's ever met, he's ever known. So I forget his name, yeah, but I'm just clicking through. I'm having some copyright issues recently, so I'm just sort of like filming myself. But they do the whole ruse with the kid. He's a kid. He's like, teenager or whatever. To kidnap him. And then, oh yeah, it was funny when Reacher meets a guy that's like bigger than him even, and is like double his size. That was funny. So there's still like it just has this flow of the first season. I like the first season. The second season was some people thought it was inferior. I thought it was superior. I thought it was the better, more intriguing season. And it has the same flow of like you can tell it's like the same directors, it's the same people, it's the same writers. What's going on with Amazon? It's like this diamond in the rough. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining in this instance. That's good. I like this show. I want Reacher to be good. Sure enough, he meets the rug baron, who's really an arms dealer. Like you can tell, he's got all these guns everywhere. But Reacher's sussing him out. Then he plays Russian roulette. I also found this out of character, well, not out of character, but like really dangerous. Doing the Russian roulette, and not only does he do it, but he does it multiple times, and then he says, "I knew there was like blank powder in it," and then they shot it, and it actually was a live bullet. But then at the very end of the episode, he actually put a marking on that gun, so he knows where that bullet was every time. So he was acting, he was like doing a little thing. And yeah, at first I was confused, but then I was like, oh, okay. The show's cleverer, more clever than me. I don't even know how to say it. Yeah. So I appreciate that. No, that's good. I want it to be clever. Twists and turns, and it is like, what is it, the 110th? So he is like a detective, and he's just like trying to work stuff out. Yeah, so we're about halfway through the episode. He meets the chick from, is it the DA? It's something, one of the agencies. And were already watching the rug guy when Reacher pinned his license, looking for the other dude. So there's like two people that are the antagonists. Um, yeah, it's I had a really fun. It's a good start. We'll see if there's any people from the previous seasons who show up. I don't think so. They're all sort of contained stories. So they're looking for the assistant too. She was also undercover, and they're looking for her. And it's ends on the episode ends where he finds her earring, and she's not there. So we can only assume the worst, but we'll find out what happens in the next episodes. So I just want to say that it's looking good. I'm enjoying this. It's a good opening, good start, strong start. There's 2 more episodes to go for me, so I will quickly watch them and make little videos, and we'll talk about them. But it's a thumbs up from me. It's good. It's good to see Reacher again. 3 seasons, they've done well. Good writing, that's what it comes down to, and good acting and everything across the board. So yeah, let's enjoy the next episodes, okay? All right, thank you. So, episode 2 was good too. That was good as well. Yeah, it was. There was some things I didn't like, but then it got resolved in the end. Like that one character, Angel, the ugly guy that you can't understand. I just didn't like the look of him. But Reacher just kills him at the very end there. So I appreciate the humor that is in this show, especially from Reacher himself. His deadpan sort of delivery of things. I'm just looking here when he's skulking back into his room and he's naked. He's like, "I'm flattered, but no thanks." Like, that's funny to me. I'm actually trying to find that scene, but I can't seem to. Yeah, so I'm just watching. I've watched the first episode. This is the second episode. I'm appreciating how this is going. I'm intrigued. It's definitely it's like got me. It's got me intrigued. So I didn't like the whole going to the car depot thing. It took a long time, but then it gets resolved at the end of the episode, and kind of makes up for it and works out story wise. So it's all good. Yeah, so I can see that they've got this sort of plan for each season. And I saw Neri comes back. Neri, I think that's how you say it. I actually brought up a character list because I'm so bad with these names. But obviously, there is that main bad guy, Beck. And he is the rug tycoon dude. And we've got Reacher, and there's just a few people on Google. There's not many more people. Finley. We'll see if Finlay will come back. I wonder about that. Yeah, so I liked. Yeah, it was sort of a bit mid when they were going to the car depot, but then it got better at the end. There's a funny bit where he does what was it, Austrian arm wrestling, Bavarian arm wrestling. And as soon as he got in that position, I could see he was going to hit himself in the head. And a smarter man would pick that up. But this guy's like a meathead. That was funny, how he hit himself in the head. Then they have that whole bit about he's driving the truck. And he stops off. He's being GPS tracked. And it's pretty intriguing stuff. They're still looking for that girl. I can't remember her name. They're still looking for the former assistant, the undercover assistant. At one point, they think they might have a dead body, but they don't. We don't know where she is yet, and it's most likely that she's not alive, but we don't know, and it still might be a big. It's sort of like a storyline of this season. So just at the end here, he's with Angel, the guy who I couldn't really understand what he was saying when he was talking. And he's quite ugly. And I thought that joke was funny when he was like, "You won the prettiest baby award." I was like, "Fuck you, man!" Like, Yeah, so he kills him and runs off to the head of security dude. So now I'm going to go into episode 3 and we'll see how that goes. But just to echo, yeah, it is good. It's intriguing. It's coming from Amazon. A lot of their stuff is bad. This is good. It's like a diamond in the rough. Good. I'm not complaining. Alan Ritchson is great as Reacher. Not only as the appearance, but his acting, his mannerisms. It's gone good. Yeah, so I'm going to watch episode 3 and I'll let you know how it is. Okay. Okay, and that was episode 3. I just watched it. That was really good. Yeah, a good first 3 episodes to introduce us to this series or this season. There is intrigue. I'm interested in solving the mystery of, I learned a few names. Teresa. Teresa was the other undercover secretary person before Reacher. That's who they're looking for. What's her name? It's Duffy. Is that it? So I'll just bring up the character list. Yeah, Duffy. She is the DEA chick who is looking for Teresa. So, got something there. It's enjoyable, and I'm having a good time watching it. To see Alan Ritchson do his thing. One I mentioned in the previous episode, the humor is there. That is good. It's written well. Enough intrigue to get someone like me interested. So I'm just looking at some of the things that happen in the 3rd episode. This has spoilers in it, so yeah, that's all good. He's trying to get some sleep. Oh yeah, he swims in the ocean. He takes all his clothes off. Whoa. He takes all his clothes off and goes for a swim, and then they're trying to break into the, what was it called? Bazaar. And that's when they encounter the 2 dudes, and they can't use guns, but they take him out. And there's one pretty gross bit where Reacher stabs him with a crowbar, and that was pretty epic. And then he gets changed again. That's funny. Then he's sent off with Beck's son and getting the cap gun. And we learned there's some like good character bits there. Actually, I noticed that when I was watching it. And then what else? So he gets bullied. The son gets bullied, even though he's like 20 or something. And Reacher comes in, smashes them around. That's pretty cool. Then the bodyguard of who was looking after the kid in the first episode, he's just being held there captive. So he's trying to work a way out to break out of there. Yeah. But then the episode ends on that raid where they go to the false address that they think Angel has sent them. And Reacher sets up this whole plan where he kills the head of security. He gets in the position where he can be the number 2 for Beck. And that's what he wanted. So it sort of sets up the rest of the season in a good manner. So I'm happy with that. And so I'll just keep it short. It's good. It's like what I said in my previous recaps. It's good. It's enjoyable. It's intriguing. And I want to see more. So excellent. I'm happy. Great. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and we can talk about it more. Okay. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you out in the stars.